to an education that would allow them to be able to address the challenges of the 21st century. So, two-pronged objective immediately: access to education and the quality of education that would allow them to survive in this 21st century. We've said in Ghana that we're determined to open the opportunities for everybody. So, in the last 5 years, before my government came, every year, over 100,000 young Ghanaian students were unable to transition from junior high school to senior high school, largely because of money. Many of them fully qualified, but their parents were unable to support the higher education. We felt that at this stage in the history of our country, the Ghanaian state should take on that burden. So as from September past, senior high school education in the public system in Ghana has been made free. And what it has done is that the figure has reversed. 90,000 more students entered senior high school this year than had done the year before. It's the first step in ensuring that the educational structure in our country, from kindergarten through primary through secondary, and ultimately through university, are open for everybody. Then we have to then confront the question of the quality of education that will prepare this young population for the life of the 21st century. And we all know what it is. A greater emphasis on science, on technology, on engineering, on mathematics. That is the way to the future. We have seen that in the development of the economies in Asia, in China, in India, in Japan, in Korea, that is the way forward for being able to make that transition from poor to prosperity. But then we have the conundrum that has brought us here. How is this to be financed? I'm going to say something here that I hope is not going to put off those who are contributing money to the education of Africa. We cannot depend on other people to finance the education of our continent. We cannot do that. I'm saying that not to turn my back or turn my nose or to be ungrateful to all these very important and noble people who have committed themselves to helping, no. But that if we make our policy dependent on people, on other people, when their policy changes, we will suffer. But if we make the policy for ourselves, then it means that at all times we will be in control of our own destiny. And the monies, are they available in the continent? Yes, they are. They are in abundance. We eliminate corruption. We take corruption out of our public life. We organize ourselves to have more intelligent arrangements for those who want to exploit our resources, that we have more balanced contracts between us and them. We prevent the flight of capital out of the continent. Thabo Mbeki's commission that looked at the illicit outflows of financial capital out of Africa has estimated that in the last 10 years, every year, 50 billion United States dollars go out of Africa through illicit means. Can you imagine what those monies, if we had our eyes open and we were not complicit in that illicit outflow, what it would mean for the capacity of our nation to be able to do this? So that is our challenge, That is our challenge, how we can organize ourselves to make sure that the wealth, the huge wealth of this great continent, at least for the first time in modern history, is used on behalf of the people of the continent and of those outside. If we are able to close that gap, we would come here to Dakar and talk about education, but we won't be talking about the funding of education by others. We'll be talking about the quality of education, about the changes we need to make to our curricula, the emphasis we have to place on our history, on our movement, on our sociology. That then is the future. So that I am not misunderstood. All those who have been making the pledges, please, it's over. But I think it is extremely important for us to get our whole mindset right. We have within us our capacity to develop and promote the interests of our continent ourselves. Let's do it. Thank you.